Today, we're diving into the political world with a hot topic that's making headlines in the UK, Sir Keir Starmer's latest comments on taxes and who he considers working people. There's a lot to unpack here, especially with next week's budget just around the corner, so stick with me as we break it down. First up, let's talk about the big statement that got everyone talking. Sir Keir Starmer has admitted that people who own shares or assets wouldn't come within his definition of working people. According to him, a working person is someone who goes out and earns their living, usually paid monthly, and doesn't have the luxury of just writing a cheque to get out of difficulties. Basically, if your income comes from stocks, property, or similar assets, you might not fall under his definition of a working person. Now, let's get to the part that's really important: taxes. With the budget coming up, Starmer and his Labour team are promising not to raise income tax, VAT, or national insurance for working people. So who could be seeing higher taxes? Well, if you own assets like shares or property, you might want to pay attention. Taxes like inheritance tax and capital gains tax are rumoured to be on the rise. These are taxes that hit when you inherit wealth or sell assets at a profit. Some people are wondering if these potential tax hikes might drive entrepreneurs out of the UK. When asked, Starmer was clear. He doesn't see a reason for entrepreneurs to pack their bags. So it seems like the Labour Party is confident that these changes won't harm the business community. There was a bit of confusion when Starmer's definition of working people came up, especially for those who own a few stocks or small savings. A spokesperson later clarified that having a small amount of savings, whether in cash or stocks, doesn't exclude you from being considered a working person. The key point here is that Starmer's comments were aimed at those whose primary income comes from assets, not the average person with an ISA or a few investments on the side. Now, let's talk about Labour's fiscal plans. Rachel Reeves has laid out some key fiscal rules for the party. The first rule: day-to-day government spending must be balanced by revenues, which basically means no more borrowing for everyday costs. But here's the catch: taxes will likely need to rise to make sure that happens. Reeves has promised to protect working people when making these tough choices, though. Reeves also revealed a change in how the government's debt will be measured. Instead of just looking at debt, she's proposing to factor in government assets, like expected student loan repayments. This could give the Labour government more room to invest in public services and infrastructure while still meeting debt reduction targets. So, what's the takeaway here? Labour's drawing a pretty clear line between what they consider working people and those who get most of their income from assets. While they promise not to raise taxes on income, VAT, or national insurance for the working class, asset owners might be facing some higher tax bills soon. It's a delicate balance, and with the budget coming next week, all eyes will be on how these promises translate into action. What do you think about these proposed tax changes? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more political breakdowns.